What's good, folks? We back. Now, after you finish The Walking Dead, you probably gonna be staring at the wall for about an hour and then realize that you got nothing else to play unless you look up the comics, and then the comic books, this is gonna make you mad. And let me tell you, I look up this a lot of the times. Listen, when I get bored, sometimes I just type in games like The Walking Dead, and usually none of that stuff usually help me. And I got tired of it, so now here we are. I'm gonna name a couple games that really reminded me of The Walking Dead, and I'm gonna tell the price of it if you curious and getting it yourself. So the first game I want to talk about that really reminded me of Walking Dead, it's only on PC, on Steam only, but it is free. At least I thought that when I first got done with the first episode, because when I went back, it does cost some money, but on Steam, $1.49 for the whole thing. So honestly, hey, that's the closest you gonna get for free. So yeah, it's about free still. And it's called The Descendant. Now listen, I'm not talking about the first Descendant with the jiggle physics, because that, good lord, that motherfucker. It really reminded me of a mixture between Fallout and The Walking Dead, because it plays like The Walking Dead Season 1 where you click and you interact. But I will say the story, it is interesting. To give you a gist of what the story is about, you start off in a shelter, the world already ended, and you kind of tasked with taking care of the folks who seem fit to repopulate in the government eyes. You know, the politicians and all that, basically the big names. You tasked with protecting them, and something bad happens, and you trying to figure out the mystery behind it while those people had died. And honestly, it's a great story. I was locked in from the first episode, I can't even lie. I will say the only downside about it, the game don't got the greatest visuals. Like it's not gonna blow you out the water like a game like The Last of Us. Matter of fact, it is a bit choppy, I can't even lie. When I first played it, I thought it was my PC, and then it turns out it was just the game. So I will say, first episode, it is a little bit choppy, but it get better. And it is only $1.49 for the rest of the episodes, and the first episode free. You know what I'm talking about? It's called The Council. When you first play The Council, you gonna find yourself tied up with your moms, and you got a big and you got a massive nose. At first, I thought the game was about Pinocchio, but apparently the game is a whole lot more. And I promise you, after that first choice, you might just be locked into the game. Me personally, I was locked into the game after that first choice. But the thing that really ties this back in with The Walking Dead, the dialogue choices on there, it really matters. It matters so much that they have actual branches that could help you with different dialogue choices. When I say different branches, I'm like, you could choose one branch where you went to law school and you kind of tried to be a lawyer, and they give you different dialogues. In this one, you be a politician. All of them give you different options, and you can also be a detective as your background, and that's another option that'll really change the game. The thing that really reminded me between this and Walking Dead is how much just your interactions matter, and just the communication skills on there. It is a really interesting concept that not many games explore like that. I gotta say, you should definitely try out the first episode. I could only find it on console. Listen, it ain't on Steam. Maybe I missed it somewhere. But on console, each episode, it's on sale right now. It costs $2.99 per episode. So really, for the full game, it only costs about $10. Now the next game I want to talk about, we're talking about The Last Stop. Now Last Stop is kind of like a drama game where you play as 3 different characters, and you really dealing with their lives in a very different way. They all live in different lives. Eventually, all their stories gonna collide, and it's less about survival, more about mystery and moral weights. But the way it's handled, like the emotions that you feel, it really feels like Telltale's. Cause this game, it might get you crying for real, but it'll really get you thinking. The Last Stop, it's a great game, and it does remind me of The Walking Dead a bit. And The Last Stop, it's on sale on Steam for $7.49, but on PlayStation, it is still $24.99 full price. But the next one I want to talk about, this one, I thought everybody and their mama knew this game. Listen, I asked around, apparently a lot of people never played this game. We're talking about L.A. Noire. It's on sale for $5.99 on Steam, and sadly, it's not on any of the newer consoles. So that's kind of like, maybe that's why people ain't played it no more. Now this one, it's a little bit different. You're not really trying to survive no zombie apocalypse, but If you like that part where Clementine was interrogating Abel and really trying to solve a mystery, then you love this game. Listen, this game is a detective game based in 1940s about LA, and the choices you make, it really shaped the world around you. And I feel like this game, the reason it reminded me of The Walking Dead, even though it's way different, is just because you gotta read people to know if they lying, know, really figure people out and be an actual detective. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot different than Walking Dead, but it is a great game. And I promise you, listen, if you get this, you gonna be like, this gas. Listen, hey, I got it on PS3. I'm telling you, if you got an old console or something, LA Noire, great game, great game. Now I was debating heavily whether or not to put this on the list because it is completely different from The Walking Dead. But so I don't want to spoil nothing in the game, but I will say there's some emotional parts in the game. There is some very emotional parts. You want to talk about crying? You want to talk about Clement Lee? We talking about LA Noire. Now that's a real discussion right there. What game give you the more emotions? But next game, I want to lean into just a game that reminds me of Clementine. The way you see her grow as a character and just see all the things that happen to her, and you start to feel like, that's tough. If you watch any of my recent videos, you might know what game I'm about to say. I be talking about it a lot. We talking about Beyond Two Souls. Now, this one, it does lean more into supernatural stuff, but it got the emotions there. You follow this girl named Jody, who's connected to, let's just say, mysterious circumstances. And the story, it jumps in different points in her life where you might jump to where she a little girl and she don't know what's going on, and then you might jump to where she a grown woman. And like, it's a great game. I'm not, hey. If you like Walking Dead and the character growth in The Walking Dead, this game, it definitely got that. And it is on every console, so that's also a bonus. Now this game, it's on sale on Steam for $1.99, which is actually insane. And on PlayStation, it's also on sale for $11.99. And it's also on PlayStation Premium if you got that. Now another game that I had to include, cause you know, The Walking Dead, it's about zombies in a way. It's revolved around zombies. I feel like it wouldn't be an adequate list if I didn't include a game about zombies. So I gotta say, Dying Light 2, it reminds me of The Walking Dead also. It's a lot different in how it plays, but at the same time, your choices do shape the world around you to a certain extent. And I will say it is a great game, and it comes with a great story. So I couldn't leave this off the list because none of the other games I talked about is really zombie related. Dying Light 2, it is zombie related, and you got important choices that actually matter. So that really reminded me of The Walking Dead. And listen, right now it's on sale for about $20 on Steam, and on PlayStation it is free with PlayStation Extra, or it's full price for $60, which I would not pay because there is going to be a new Dying Light coming out soon. Let me know if you tried out any of these games, and if I missed a hidden gem that's kind of like it, leave it down in the comments because I'm always down to hear what you think. But if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification if you want it, and if you also like Life is Strange, I made a video talking about games like Life is Strange as well, so you might want to go check out that. And I will say, Life is Strange is like The Walking Dead, so hey, I just put you on to another one. It's all still rains. Hit the subscribe.